What happens on bin day in Australia? Before we begin, here's a quick introduction. If you are living in Australia, planning to move here, or just curious about how daily life actually works, then understanding bin day is more important than you think. Waste management in Australia is organized, structured, and a part of everyone's weekly routine. And trust me, if you forget your bin day even once, you will understand the pain of keeping smelly rubbish inside your garage for another whole week. So in this video we are going to talk about what really happens on bin day in Australia, what people do, what the council does, how the system works, and why it matters for every household. Stay with me until the end, and don't forget to subscribe and comment if you have any bin day survival stories or tips. Let's get into it. Bin day in Australia is not just a simple task like putting your waste outside. For many households, it's almost like a weekly mini event. To start with, the night before bin day, you will see entire neighborhoods rolling their bins to the curbside. Some people do it early evening, some do it after dinner, and some are last-minute runners who hear the distant sound of the garbage truck and suddenly remember, oh no, it's bin day. Every suburb has its own schedule, which the council provides, and you usually get either weekly or fortnightly pickups depending on the bin type. In most Australian suburbs, there are three main types of household bins. The general waste bin, usually red lid or sometimes different depending on council. The recycling bin, which is typically yellow lid. And the green waste bin, mostly green lid, used for garden waste like leaves, branches and grass clippings. These bins are not optional. They are part of Australia's structured waste management system. The colors help prevent mistakes, but still, people sometimes put the wrong item into the wrong bin and the council leaves a polite but slightly embarrassing sticker that says something like, oops. Incorrect item in bin. Not the highlight of anyone's week, but definitely effective. The night before bin day, people usually bring all their bags of rubbish from the kitchen, bathroom and garage and make sure everything is inside the correct bin. If you live in a busy household, this moment can feel like a mini decluttering session. All the takeaway containers from Friday night, cardboard boxes from online shopping, fruit peels, garden cuttings, everything finds its home in the correct bin. Australians take recycling seriously. Councils even provide guides, apps, and websites where you can check whether a specific item should go in recycling or general waste. Some councils even have waste sorting games to make it fun. Once the bins are full, people roll them to the driveway edge. You will see lines of bins standing neatly along the street, almost like they are all waiting for their weekly checkup. In many suburbs, neighbors help each other if someone is not home. They pull their neighbors' bins out, or occasionally pull them in after collection. It's a small but thoughtful gesture that you will commonly see because community living is really strong in many parts of Australia. Then comes the actual bin day morning. If you wake up early enough, you can hear the familiar noise of the garbage truck coming down the street. It's a very specific sound. You hear the truck, the mechanical arm, the thump of the bin lifting, the flip, and then the bin falling back down. The truck does not usually leave the vehicle. The mechanical arm does the entire job. The driver stays inside, controls the arm, and the arm picks up each bin one by one. It's quite satisfying to watch, especially if you enjoy machinery working smoothly. What the council does on bin day is more than just collecting rubbish. They follow a detailed route plan, and the trucks are specially designed to handle only one type of bin at a time. So for example, if it's recycling week, a recycling truck comes. If it's green waste week, a green waste truck comes. The general waste truck usually comes every week because that rubbish accumulates quickly and cannot stay too long. The process is extremely efficient. The truck stops for a few seconds beside each bin, lifts it, empties it, and continues along the street. The council workers also check whether bins are overflowing, damaged, or placed incorrectly. If your bin is blocking the footpath or facing the wrong way, the truck might skip it. Councils expect bins to face the road with enough space on each side, so the mechanical arm can grab them easily. Some councils even leave notes asking people to fix bin placement next time. Another interesting thing is what happens after the truck empties the bin. Many people think the rubbish goes straight to landfill, but recycling and green waste actually go to special processing centers. Recycling gets sorted by machines and humans. Plastics, glass, paper, and metals are separated. Green waste is mulched and turned into compost. Only general waste usually goes to landfill. This careful sorting helps reduce environmental impact, and that's exactly why Australia emphasizes putting the right item in the right bin. Now let's talk about the people's side again. After the bins are emptied, households usually bring the bins back inside. Some people do it immediately, some wait until later in the day. A very Australian thing is that if you leave your bin outside for too long, a strong windy day can send your bin rolling down the street. You might suddenly see your neighbor jogging after a flying wheelie bin like it's a runaway pet. And if you live in a hilly neighborhood, the chase becomes even more dramatic. Sometimes people also wash their bins after collection, especially during hot weather. If you keep meat scraps or food waste in your general waste bin, it can smell bad during summer. So giving it a quick wash becomes part of many households' routine. You will also see people putting newspaper or cardboard at the bottom to absorb liquids. Some councils even sell bin deodorizer tablets to help reduce smells. Australians come up with creative ways to keep their bins fresh. For green waste, bin day is especially important for gardeners. If you have a lot of plants, trees, or you mow your lawn frequently, the green waste bin becomes a lifesaver. Instead of burning leaves or dumping branches, you simply put them into the green bin and the council will turn it into mulch. It's environmentally friendly and super convenient. For recycling, bin day is when all your packaging finally leaves your home. Australia has strict recycling rules, so people remove caps from bottles, rinse containers, flatten cardboard boxes, and cut them down so they fit neatly. If your recycling is overflowing, the bin lid must still be fully closed. Otherwise, the truck might skip it. Councils do not allow bins with open lids because rubbish can blow away and litter the streets. Some suburbs even have glass bins, food organics bins, or special hard rubbish collection days. Hard rubbish day is completely different from normal bin day. It's when people put out large items like broken furniture or appliances once or twice a year. But in today's video, our focus is only on the weekly bin day that every household experiences. Let's talk about what happens if you forget bin day. This is the moment every Australian dreads. You wake up, hear the garbage truck outside, and you panic. You run to the window hoping it's the neighbor's truck and not yours. But no, it's your truck. By the time you grab the bin and sprint outside, the truck has already passed your house. You stand there holding your bin like a defeated warrior, knowing you must now wait 7 long days with the same rubbish pile. Many people set reminders on their phones just to avoid this situation. Some use apps, some rely on calendars, and others simply follow their neighbors. If they put the bins out, I put the bins out too. The council's role doesn't end after collection. They transport the waste to the correct facility, maintain trucks, monitor recycling contamination levels, and provide community education. Councils also update residents when pickup schedules change due to public holidays. And during major weather events like storms or floods, councils sometimes reschedule bin day. They inform residents through emails, SMS alerts, or council websites. Another part of bin day culture is that it creates a small sense of community routine. Everyone in the street takes their bin out. Everyone sees each other, people wave, say hello, and sometimes share quick updates. Even if neighbors don't talk much, bin day is a shared experience. It is one of the simplest but strongest examples of community rhythm in Australia. Let's talk about how bins actually become part of everyday habits. Families teach children to sort waste properly. Kids learn which bin to put their items in. Some houses keep mini sorting systems inside, small bins for general waste, recycling, and soft plastics. All these habits come together during bin day because that's when everything gets cleared out. Bin day also has rules. Councils instruct people to place bins at a specific time, usually the evening before pickup. Bins must not block the road, driveway, or footpath. Wheels must face the house, lids must be closed, and bins must be spaced apart. These small things help the truck operate quickly and safely. Another moment many people experience is the sound of bottles clinking inside recycling bins. You may think your neighbors are having a party every weekend because the recycling bin is always full of glass bottles, but it's very normal. Australia encourages recycling, so even small glass jars or juice bottles go in there. Now let's talk a little about the funnier side of bin day. Some people turn bin day into a competition: who puts their bin out the earliest, who forgets the most, whose bin has the neatest recycling, or who gets the dreaded sticker from the council for contamination. Sometimes strong winds blow bins over, and entire streets look like a bin battlefield. Dogs get excited and bark at the garbage truck. Cats observe everything from the window like they are judging the council for not collecting on time. Bin Day brings small bits of entertainment to daily life. But at its core, Bin Day is about responsibility, environmental care, and community organization. Without this system, waste would pile up, streets would be messy, and recycling rates would drop. Australia is known for its clean suburbs and strong environmental focus, and Bin Day is a major part of that. So, in simple words, what happens on Bin Day in Australia is a combination of people preparing their bins, councils collecting waste using advanced trucks, sorting waste properly, and maintaining a clean and sustainable system for everyone. It's a weekly routine, but an incredibly important one. And that is why understanding Bin Day helps us all contribute to keeping Australia beautiful, clean, and environmentally responsible. If you're new to Australia or preparing to move here, Bin Day might seem like a small detail. But it's something you will learn quickly and follow for the rest of your life here. And once you get into the habit, it becomes effortless. Just remember to check your schedule, roll out your bins, close the lids properly, space them correctly, and listen for that familiar truck sound in the morning. Before I wrap up this video, I would love to hear your Bin Day stories. Have you ever run outside chasing the truck? Have you ever sorted recycling perfectly but still received a sticker? Comment your experiences below. And please don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss more helpful videos about daily life in Australia.